Hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm the geek behind Geeky Ballerina. And today I'm going to talk about assemblé. Why is assemblé important? Because it tells me so much about the rest of your technique. If I'm getting to know a new group of students, unless they are below level 2, I always give assemblé. Actually, I do it for all of them, but like for the little ones, it looks different, like you get a running start into it, you do it parallel. But if you're level 2 or above, meaning one hand at the bar, I always ask to see assemblé because it tells me, do you understand where your midline is? Do you understand how to get your brushing leg back to your midline so that you don't travel? Do you understand that glissade travels sideways and assemblé travels straight up? Yes, there's an assemblé élancé, but that's its own thing. It should dart and go somewhere for realsies instead of just an assemblé where I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm landing. Do you know how to change your momentum from sideways to up and back down? If we're doing assemblé, entrecôte, do you know how to find your midline and come straight forward for that instead of wandering around the room? It's not a zigzaggy combination. It shows me how well you understand how to use your plie. Do you understand plie as a legato movement that is continuous, or is it a because if it's an it's gonna make your assemblés look like you need to use the bathroom every time. Are your shoulders tense? If your shoulders are tense in that combination and they haven't been tense through the rest of the day, like maybe you're just a tense person, it happens. Or maybe you're like me and you don't have the world's longest neck. But if your shoulders get more tense during the assemblé, that tells me that your core strength cannot keep up or is not keeping up with your petit allegro. So either we need to do the conditioning work or we need to work on using the conditioning skills during class. And that's just basic. That's just a really basic assemblé. Back foot comes to the front. Yeah, we could call it like there's assemblé dessous and dessous. I'm in the US, it's usually over and under. I'm sorry if that drives you crazy. But there's more. Like, can you do an assemblé that starts in the back and finishes in the back? Or does that break your brain? Can you do an assemblé that brushes back and lands back? We can do it en avant. We can do it en arriere. We can do it closing derrière. We can do it closing devant. We can do it changing where we close. Those are all options, and they should all look good before we add the assemblé en tournant. Most people don't do that. We don't usually get that progression. I think it's because some of those assemblés, particularly the ones that start in the back and close in the back, so the assemblé derrière or the assemblé devant starts in the front, closes in the front, I think they've gotten lost in a lot of people's training. And so as we're going on in generations, it's just not part of what people did. And if you don't have a curriculum to guide you, you don't know that you need to add that in. But those two assemblés really develop inner thighs and presentation, passing through your secret first position. They develop skills and muscle memory that you need to do a really clean assemblé en tournant. And they're just kind of getting lost over the years. So that's why I look for an assemblé every time I'm getting to know a new class, because I basically can base the next class off of what I learned from one exercise.